So the next one, Jerry, I'll read the first one and you get the second one because this video has 2 SCPs in it.
Oh.
Yes. However, the first one is actually a popular one and very well known as the self-replicating cake.
Oh, I know that one. And you know that one. Let's
Yep.
read it.
Yep. Alright. Item SCP-871. Object Class Keter. Special Containment Procedures. Each reoccurrence of SCP-871 is to be maintained within a separate locked concrete cell on a metal platter permanently affixed to the surface of an immovable wooden table. Each cell housing a reoccurrence of 871 is to be monitored on a 24-hour basis via closed-circuit camera with individual feeds checked every 15 minutes. Upon creation of an instance of 871, 3 Class D personnel are to be escorted by armed guards to its cell where they are to be sealed with an instance induced to consume it. No more than 1 hour may be spent performing this task. In cases where additional motivation is needed, the termination of one of the Class C personnel assigned to an instance 871 is authorized. Upon completion of the consumption of an instance, no participants may exit the cell until both they and the room have been thoroughly searched to confirm that no portions remain. The platter, the table, and room are then to be cleaned in preparation for the next instance. Class D personnel who approve cooperation and consumption of an instance of 871 may volunteer to participate in additional consumptions. Personnel exhibiting exceptional usefulness may have their monthly termination postponed. Wait, holy shit, that's actually the first time I've ever read an SCP article where it talks about end of the month termination or D-class.
That talks about what?
About the end of the month termination for D-class.
Ah.
That's the first time I ever heard it. Yeah. That's kind of cool. But anyways, such personnel are under no circumstances to be allowed to interact with any other SCP object. No visitors of any kind are to be served on site at any facility housing a recurrence of 871. Description: SCP-871 is a collection of 237 cakes. Instances of 871 vary widely in appearance and size, covering the entire range of foods described by humans as cake. The smallest observed instance of 871 has a miniature cupcake with a mass of 15 grams. The largest yet observed was a 22-kilogram Baumkuchen measuring 2 meters in length. That's a fucking big-ass cake.
Baumkuchen, what kind of cake is that? I must look it up.
Okay. I'll continue reading while you do that. Anyways, when an instance of 871 is consumed by a human or a collection of humans, it is replaced approximately 24 hours afterward with a similar cake. This cake will appear on a flat surface in the vicinity of the location where the previous instance was eaten. If any of these cakes is substantially damaged through any means other than being eaten by a human, including being eaten by a non-human animal, it will be replaced instantaneously. Instances recreated in this manner maintain the schedule of the original instance. The mechanism by which instances of 871 are replaced is currently unknown. Individual reoccurrences of 871 have been observed to mutate over time, varying in minor characteristics between each instance, with larger changes occurring in roughly 5% of replacements. No deleterious effects have been observed to result from the consumption of 871, even in cases where several instances have been consumed, excepting those acceptable from eating large amounts of cake. 871's danger originates in the consequences of an instance not being eaten. Any instance of 871 which is not consumed will cause a new cake to be created in its vicinity after 24 hours. While it is similar to its normal replacement behavior, the original instance will continue to exhibit the same properties, replicating if damaged, and continuing to replace itself every 24 hours. This behavior has been observed in all cases, where more than 10% of the mass of an instance remain unconsumed. As there is no known mechanism for halting 871's replication, any uncontained instances will replicate exponentially, quickly becoming unmanageable. No maintainable plans for the containment of more than 20,000 instances of 871 have yet been devised. It is estimated that an uncontrolled outbreak originating with a single instance would render the Earth uninhabitable within 80 days. Yeah, Bookworm, how do you feel about a cake that could end the world?
Didn't we already know that it could end the world?
Well,
Also,
I don't think
Filename
Bookworm
is
knows
a
much about SCP stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Did you not know about that bookworm? It's a cake that can end the world. There are more food SCPs that can also end the world, and one already has ended at least one world.
Oh yeah, can't like the infinite potato sack? Couldn't you just like cover
Yeah,
the
that's what
world
I
in
was thinking
potatoes?
about. That literally ended at least one world. Anyway, Bumpuchen is a kind of cake that translates to tree cake or log cake. It's German, and these are two pictures of it. It looks very delicious.
Yeah.
I would eat that.
Oh yeah, Booker, I forgot to ask you. For tomorrow I'm thinking Hatchet and Jiri are down, but we're doing Cards Against Humanity, but we can only answer with SCP related answers. Or with pictures or SCP related things. Would you be down for it? I forgot to ask you. Yeah. That's the first one. Sweet. Alright, we got 4 people. Alright, so let me get the nickname for the next one. That'll be yours, Jiri. SCP 1003, aka the Tapeworm Child.
Object class Keter. Special containment procedures. The Foundation currently has 10 instances of SCP 1003-2s, a designated SCP 1003-2-A-K in its possession, all of which are held in separate, heavily guarded, high-security cells at Bioresearch Area 13. All personnel at Bioresearch Area 13 are to undergo regular compulsory testing for signs of SCP-1003 infection. Personnel wishing to access SCP-1003-2-A-K may only do so for the express purpose of research, must have level 4 security clearance, must have written permission from the O5 redacted beforehand. So we do not even know which O5 council member you need a permission from.
Which means you don't get it.
Makes sense. Huh?
I said, which means you don't get it.
Well, to be fair, how many people are probably even allowed to know which one you need permission from?
Fair.
Yeah. And also, you would have the clearance to go there, but not me. Oh yeah. They are to wear biohazard suits when entering SCP-1003-2-A-K cell and go through an intensive disinfection process afterwards. No animals of the order of Carnivora are to be allowed at the Bioresearch Area 13 under any circumstances. All right, what animals are under?
I'm assuming carnivores.
Well, that's vague. Not all carnivores are under the same family.
I know, I'm just being an ass.
All right, Carnivora seems to be the family in which canines, felines, and bears all evolved from.
Ah.
Oh, it's the order of six of the largest mammals. So basically, it's not just canines, felines, and bears, but also uh, they're, they're also the mongoose family, and it looks like the family that skunks and seals are in. Also raccoons.
Yeah. Yeah, before we
So,
continue.
so a
Oh,
bunch of a bunch of carnivores are apparently very, not
yeah.
all of them, but a lot of them. That's
Yeah.
interesting to know.
Yeah. Also, before we continue, I just took a quick glimpse by accident and I saw that SCP right under 1003 is 1004 factory porn.
Well, it's good thing that they did not use that one. Although I do not think
It's
I
actually not actual porn. It's like really gross and mutilating and
I
oh,
know.
okay. I wasn't sure if you knew.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying whatever it is, it's probably better than. Anyway, description.
Yeah.
SCP 1003-1 is an adult tapeworm of the species. I don't know how to pronounce that. Known for causing hydatid disease. Am I even pronouncing that right? I have no idea. Others of its species, SCP-1003-1 inhabits the small, like others of its species, it inhabits the small intestines of carnivores. Oh, typically canines, where it produces eggs that are passed to the host uh, species.
Yeah.
The eggs can survive up to redacted years in the outside environment. Yes, please do not tell us how long SCP-8's eggs can live. We do not want to know.
It's probably a double digit number.
Well, yeah, but
Oh. Mm-hmm.
because it redacted two numbers.
Yeah.
When the eggs enter the gastrointestinal tract of a human subject, hereby designated as the intermediate host, via consumption or contaminated food, they hatch into larvae which burrow into the host's tissues. Yay! It is this stage that SCP-1003's anomalous properties begin to manifest. Instead of developing into cysts, the larvae develop into creatures which resemble human embryos, hereby designated as SCP-1003-2. The vast majority of SCP-1003-2 specimens die before they have a chance to develop. Those that survive are usually those that are embedded in nutrient-rich tissue, such as hepatic tissue. What is the hepatic tissue? It does not sound like somewhere in the intestines. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's in the ass. I'm sorry, no,
What?
it's not. It's not.
I looked it up. It is the liver. So if they end up in the liver, they will live. Although it sounds like that kills the host.
Probably.
As
Unless they're
they
an
develop,
alcoholic.
they absorb nutrients from the surrounding tissue, which
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm gonna say would probably kill them even if they weren't an alcoholic. Simply because if a baby is developing in the something you need, what do you think will happen?
Right.
As they develop, they absorb nutrients from the surrounding tissue, which often causes problems from the intermediate host. SCP-1003-2's development mostly follows a pattern of normal human prenatal development, but at a faster rate. By 8 weeks, it's as mature as 6-week-old neonate, although it is similar in size to an 8-week-old embryo. Oh, yeah. Once it reaches this stage, it will actively consume the intermediate host from within using sharp hooked teeth. I told you it sounded dangerous. Me going, this sounds like it'll kill you. Later it goes, this will kill you. SCP-1003-2's growth is accelerated to an even greater extent as it is doing this. By the time it has fully consumed the intermediate host, usually after redacted minutes or so, it will have developed into a child. The physical age of the child uh, typically ranges from 10 months to 11 years, depending on the mass of the intermediate host. So, in extreme cases where the intermediate host is morbidly obese, it can be as high as 13 to 15 years. Oh, because of fatty liver.
Eh.
Once SCP-1003-2 is finished, it will lose its hooked teeth, along with its cannibalistic tendencies, from whereon it will be functionally indistinguishable from a human in every respect, with no knowledge or memory of having been a parasite. It will even possess learned skills, e.g., language, that would be expected from a child its apparent age, despite there being no way it could have learned them. Instances of SCP 1003 2 are usually taken into orphanages and sometimes adopted by foster parents. Their only anomalous properties at this stage are their DNA is somehow identical to that of the parasite, and their bodily fluids, including sweat and saliva, contain tapeworm proselytics. I, I did not pronounce that right, which infect carnivores and develop into SCP 1003 1, thus continuing the cycle. Oh, nice.
Hmm.
Testing SCP 1003 with animals such as cattle and sheep, which are common intermediate hosts, have found that its anomalous properties only manifest humans, and in all other cases, its life cycle is normal and causes high data disease in the intermediate host. So we're the only ones it goes for the kill.
Yeah. But probably the reason why it's harder to take is because they don't look like the parasite anymore after a certain point, making it harder to find.
Also, remember what it said at the end, in that creatures infected by the parasite that are not humans will appear like any other parasite of its type.
Yeah.
Basically, it's impossible to figure out until someone's dying.
Yeah. Also, rip to the -2 instance that wishes that fall in love with someone, because the second you kiss them, you're gonna infect them.
That's depressing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the video that combines SCPs and how fucked up it is.
First thumbnail. Wait, that's the wrong one.
Alright, so the first SCP just needs to be represented by a cake. The other
Come on,
one can be
Discord.
represented by a tapeworm or child. Oh, Jesus.
Here's
What the fuck is wrong with them? Four.
the thing. I had to take a little glimpse of the video. That is not the stomach.
I know that's not the stomach, that's the boob.
And plus, the rest of the body is they're in famine or something. And plus, remember, the oldest is 13 to 15 years old. So they're sexualizing a child. Okay. Let's see, did they include both? They did, surprisingly. Let me double check, make sure there's not any double shit. Oh, picture of this cake from Jon Sullivan.
That makes sense, after all. They probably even baked the cake.
And wait. Oh no, bookworm. You probably heard me too late. Oh no. Anyways, ready? Everyone ready?
I hope they are not racist. Okay, I'm ready.
Just want to make sure Bookworm's ready. I'm already getting my stuff. I'm ready. Alright.
Crossing my fingers, I hope they're not racist. Not racist.
And 3, 2, 1.
Blah, blah, blah. All they ever do is complain. So what if I'm fat? Isn't that my choice? Why can't they just get off my back for once and let me live my own life? It's the same story, day in, day out. I don't care if I'm stuck in this wheelchair forever. It's not like there's something great just waiting for me if I lose some weight. It'll just be the same old life.
Honey, all we're saying is that we want you to feel better about yourself. Your health is very important to us. You'd be able to go out more and enjoy more time with your friends.
Yeah, you just want your daughter to be more presentable. I'm an embarrassment to you. Isn't that it?
What? No. You're our daughter and we love you. We just want you to have the same opportunities we had at your age. Go out, see your friends, find a boyfriend.
Whatever. I don't need friends and I can
I don't know.
get around just fine on my own.
Honey, that's not what we meant.
Aisle 18, Section 343. 343. Ah, this should be it. The
God damn it! Oh, god damn it.
Whoa! Hey guys, we better walk on the other side of the street. There's no space left around her.
I'd rather be fat than a mouth breather, you moron. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever.
Wow.
Hey, Mr. Bender.
Lucy, good to see you again.
Could I get a piece of the chocolate pie? What? Is it no good?
The cake's just fine, Lucy, but, your parents were in a bit earlier.
My parents?
They told me I shouldn't be serving you any more cake.
What? Jeez. Why can't they mind their own business?
I'm really sorry, Lucy.
Forget it. See you, Mr. Bender.
Bye, Lucy.
Who do they think they are? It's my life.
Why, hello there, Lucy, and how are you, dearie?
I'm good, Mrs. Winks. How are you?
Well, I'm just fine. Are you meeting your parents here?
No. Why?
Oh, nothing. It's just that they say I ain't supposed to serve you anything unless they're around.
Have they been to every
God.
sweet shop in town? Idiots!
I'm going to comment
Now,
that no
Lucy,
one would
you
listen
might-
to parents at any point unless they were there with a kid.
Yeah.
To anyone listening,
Major.
I'm sorry, but nowhere that sells any sort of food cares enough about the Miss or Mr. Karen parent to not feed your kids things, because that would require them to literally, like, keep a picture of your kid up and go, do not serve them without their parents, and keep pictures up of the parents, and specifically look at that at every time a customer comes, which I'm sorry is unrealistic. How many people how much time would that take over time? That piles up. How long? After all, if one person's allowed to do that, how many other families try to do that?
Yeah.
Stupid fucking. That's not how it works. Sorry.
So I didn't see a message at first, but if she wants a girlfriend, that's true.
Tom.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Winks. Thank you anyway.
Oh my god.
Sorry, dear.
Can't keep to their own damn selves. It's my life and my body. Oh, hello. What's this? Well, I'll be. I found this cake. Does it belong to...
Also, why would you eat a cake surrounded by garbage?
I don't think anyone would. Unless they were desperate.
Yeah.
To anyone?
Are they saying
No?
fat people are desperate for cake and candy and nothing else?
Possibly.
Finders keepers, I guess. That was so good. What the? Okay, you can come out now. How'd you do that? Well, no point letting a good cake go to waste. Ugh, I'm stuffed.
Uh-oh.
Don't tell me you're gonna make me another cake. Might as well take you home for a snack later.
World-ending cake, here we go.
Yep.
Honey, is that you?
Yeah, Dad, it's me.
Mr. Bender called. I'm sorry we had to do that, but it's for your own good.
It's fine. I'm just gonna go to my room.
Are you really sure you're okay about this?
Yeah, don't worry, Dad. I'm just kinda tired. Can I go to my room?
Well, if you're sure you're okay.
I am.
Okay then, love you.
Love you too. I know I said I'd keep you for later.
Wait, hold on. Is that a Jesus Markiplier?
Yes. So they've also used Markiplier without permission to find him with Jesus.
Just kicking in an alley. Totally not suspicious. It's a Jesus Markiplier. He is the Christ.
You for later, but better eat you now before my dad finds you.
My Lord and Savior Markiplier.
Shucks. Guess that little trick only works once, eh?
No.
Nope, give it time.
No.
Remember,
How
she.
many cakes will pop up?
Right.
What is that smell? Oh wow, that is fantastic.
Oh my god. Okay, now it's no longer to... What is going on?
What?
What is happening?
Honey, is everything okay?
Sure.
It's just that you haven't really eaten anything for weeks.
I thought that would make you happy. You keep complaining I'm a fat pig.
I never called you a pig. And yes, we're glad you're losing weight, but you don't look healthy.
What is it with you people? First you want me to lose weight, then you tell me I don't look healthy?
We're
Why
just
do they still have her
concerned.
the fat lips? She looks like a skeleton with skin, and they still have her have the fat
Yeah.
Fine. May I be excused?
Of course.
It's always one thing or another.
It's certain.
Also, wouldn't they take her to the fucking hospital?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, she's skin and bones besides this giant bulge. She could be dying.
Yeah, but at certain angles, it doesn't look like a belly. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah. It's,
I can't ever please them. What the hell? Oh god, what is that?
Honey, we heard a scream. Is everything all right? Honey?
The hell?
What the hell did you do?
I fixed the situation.
The situation didn't require fixing. I was gonna get you out.
Heard it before, Chen. If I left things up to you, I'd be 10 before I found my way out of here. Now there's no reason for me to be kept at the Foundation.
Jeez, man. You didn't need to kill her.
What's it matter? She was a D-class. That's her job. Anyway, I'm just a little baby. Can't hurt nobody. Get me sent to an orphanage and I'll consider your debt paid in full.
That's cold, man.
Just do it.
Give me a few days. Don't get any more bright ideas, you hear?
Get it done.
Oh my god.
That is terrifying.
What is this?
A 15-year-old girl.
And how do you know?
All 15-year-old girls are terrifying. That attitude,
Wow.
dating, makeup, it's all too much.
Well, this isn't exactly a...
Sexist is added on fat phobia. Nice.
Misogyny.
girl.
No? What is it then?
That's a worm. I'm serious. I am. She's a tapeworm.
Can you be serious for once?
Look at her DNA.
Oh, right. It's right here, between the green dot and the red dot.
You see it?
Of course I don't see it. I don't know how to read DNA.
Let's just go talk to her. Hi, what's your name?
You know, I can't really remember. Odd.
Where do you come from?
Around here?
Do you recall a young girl in a wheelchair?
No, should I?
Well, you were found amongst, her body parts.
Really? Ew, sorry. I've got no idea about any of that.
So you basically don't remember anything past this morning?
Yep, kinda all a blank, you know?
What?
What?
Klaus?
1 second.
Kinda important.
What is it?
Look.
That's not how it works.
The parents
Not
of
how
the
it
girl in
works.
the wheelchair brought her in. They say their daughter hadn't been eating much lately and had lost weight everywhere except around her midsection.
Okay.
So once we are out of here, in say another hour, I guess once the blood work is done, we need to find where she got the tapeworm from.
They're
What's
gonna
the
say it
picture?
came from the cake.
Someone's birthday?
Dunno. It was just sitting on the table.
Everyone, your attention please! Where did this cake come from? And did you save a piece for me?
Right over there, boss.
Wait a minute. Wasn't that recovered from the girl's house?
No idea. It was just sitting here.
Hang on a second. Bystander reports having seen the victim in an alleyway eating a cake.
This cake.
That's it. She found the cake in a dumpster and ate it, which is what gave her the tapeworm. Oh, everyone stop eating! All of you, report to quarantine now!
That's valid.
Results in?
Yes, a little odd.
871 can't house 1003.
But this is Dr. Lucius. Why do you expect them to understand that?
Oh my god. So now they're saying that 871 is a living thing now.
Yes.
Everyone's clean. No tapeworms.
If the victim didn't get it from the cake, then where did it come from?
Let's have another look at the cake. There was at least half a piece remaining.
How'd it go?
The cake tested negative for anything strange, but yet it's anomalous.
Let me guess. You eat this cake and you turn into an annoying scientist with an odd interest in Japanese games and anime?
Oh, no. That is just a gift, my dear friend. A local boy reported seeing her eating a cake from a dumpster a few weeks back.
Yuck.
So we suspect she got the tapeworm from the dumpster, and clearly that wasn't just any tapeworm.
15-year-old developed girl with no memory.
Who
That
would
type of
get it
tapeworm?
from the dumpster?
Right.
And the cake?
It seems to multiply if not eaten.
Well, that ain't so bad.
Exponentially. 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, etc.
Oh, so end of the world by cake scenario.
Exactly. So this is going to be one D-class job that they are not going to mind.
How did you get authorization for this?
Well, I didn't exactly get authorization.
Oh, great. Back to being a D-class.
What did you say?
We're gonna become D-classes after this.
Stop right there!
Whoa. Hold up, fellas. We don't want to be bothering 055 now, do we?
Kripke, you're with him?
Look, I'm just following orders.
Just following orders. That's it. That's how he got into the archives.
Who?
Remember the guy with the girlfriend who had the makeup? He infiltrated the archives and stole a file, knocking out Kripke and taking his clothes to escape. But he didn't knock you out, did he?
Smart dog.
They were in cahoots. It was a ruse to get whatever files they needed without revealing Kripke as the inside man.
Guess the cat's out of the bag now, though.
So tell me then, one thing, Kripke. What was that file about?
Not that smart after all, Doc.
Tell me!
Thought it was obvious. The file was about you.
SCP-871. Object Class, Keter. SCP-871 is a collection of 237...
What is this? Hey, Bookworm, would you like to eat this cake?
Figurines do not count as part of a cake.
I'm saying it's part of the cake looks like a person's face.
I know.
Maybe it's this book. Alright.
7 cakes. Instances of SCP-871 vary widely in appearance and size, covering the entire range of foods.
Wait. Oh my gosh, I just realized all the cakes in the background are AI. I can tell that's AI art.
So basically, they're pro-AI. Of course they are.
Described by humans as cake. When any instance of 871 is consumed by a human or a collection of humans, it is replaced approximately 24 hours afterwards with a similar cake. If any of these cakes is substantially damaged through any means other than being eaten by a human, including being eaten by a non-human animal, it will be replaced instantaneously. Instances recreated in this manner maintain the schedule of the original instance. The mechanism by which instances of 871 are replaced is currently unknown. No deleterious effects have been observed to result from the consumption of 871. Even in cases where several instances have been consumed, excepting those expectable from eating large amounts of cake. 871's danger originates in the consequences of an instance not being eaten. Any instance of 871 which is not consumed will cause a new cake to be created in its vicinity after 24 hours. While this is similar to its normal replacement behavior, the original instance will continue to exhibit the same properties, replicating if damaged and continuing to replace itself every 24 hours. As there is no known mechanism.
Was it even
for
explain
halting
how they
871's
got the fucking
replication.
tapeworm?
No, it hasn't.
Any uncontained instances could replicate exponentially, quickly becoming unmanageable. It is estimated that an uncontrolled outbreak originating with a single instance would render the Earth uninhabitable within 80 days. Each recurrence of 871 is to be maintained within a separate, locked concrete cell on a metal platter permanently affixed to the surface of an immovable wooden table. Each cell housing a reoccurrence of 871 is to be monitored on a 24-hour basis via closed-circuit camera, with individual feeds checked every 15 minutes. Upon creation of an instance of 871, 3 Class D personnel are to be escorted by armed guards to its cell, where they are to be sealed with the instance and induced to consume it. SCP-1003, Object Class, Keter. SCP-1003-1 is an adult tapeworm known for causing hydatid disease. When the eggs enter the gastrointestinal tract of a human subject, via consumption of contaminated food, they hatch into larvae, which burrow into the host.
Couldn't be in the fucking cave.
Yeah, also, that is true, Bookworm. This is why we don't do SCPs one video, if we do, it has to be very clearly done. But this guy is not clever enough for that. That is true, Buck.
Tissue. Instead of developing into cysts, the larvae develop into creatures
In a living animal.
Yeah.
which resemble human embryos, hereby designated 1003-2. 1003-2's development mostly follows a pattern of normal human prenatal development, but at a faster rate.
This SCP will get either 0 or 0.
Yeah. That's why we had the rats in the background.
Once it has reached this stage, it will actively consume the intermediate host from within using sharp, hooked teeth. By the time it has fully consumed the intermediate host, usually
Not
after
even going to
minutes.
liver first, that's where it would literally.
Are you okay, Jerry?
Yeah, because sure, you can eat the heart from the liver. Yeah, and then the intestines. There's nothing in between those.
Or so, it will have developed into a child.
Everything's fine.
The physical age of the child typically ranges from 10 months to 11 years, depending on the mass of the intermediate host. Though in extreme cases, where the intermediate host is morbidly obese, it can be as high as 13 to 15 years. Once -2 is finished,
You don't even know
it
what
will
morbidly obese looks like.
Yeah.
lose its hooked teeth, along with its cannibalistic tendencies. From where on, it will be functionally indistinguishable from a human in every respect, with no knowledge or memory of having been a parasite. It will even possess learned skills such as language that would be expected of a child of its apparent age, despite there being no way it could have learned them. Their only anomalous properties at this stage are that their DNA is somehow still identical to that of a tapeworm, and that their bodily fluids, including sweat and saliva, contain tapeworm protoscolex, which infect carnivores and develop into -1, thus continuing the cycle. The Foundation currently has 10 instances of -2 in its possession, all of which are held in separate, heavily guarded high-security cells at Bio-Research Area 13.
Body shape and consciousness are big topics in today's culture. We all know it isn't healthy to be overweight, but that never justifies intolerance and body shaming. We all have our own battles to fight. Be kind.
As always,
This entire thing was body shaming.
And why are they in a bubble?
I think they put her in a bubble so she couldn't infect anyone. That's a stupid. 4.
Oh, I get rid of some links. Yeah. 4. Removal of shit.
And technically 2. They didn't add that much violence. I guess 1.
Yeah, they added less violence than the previous one. How do you take an anti-body shaming message from that. That's true,
Also,
book.
4, we forgot to enter the number of the thing.
Oh yeah, the
That was
thumbnail.
a 4.
Yeah, deviation from the article. Well, articles.
4.
Yeah, and yeah, so it's 15%.
They have sexism and body shaming. Woo! Not sexism, body shaming. Sexism and ableism and fat shaming.
We only have 4 left.